everybody, this is Emily from the Come Play With Me blog. We have day 3
of
Too Many Buns.
Okay, and we're going to hop right into day 3. Day 3, she's going to be crossing the Cibron. So if you have not seen the previous videos, we have gone through the setup and days 1 and 2. You can go check those out. But right now we're going to cross the Cibron. The Cibron River, a glistening vein of trade running the length of Daylor, playfully beckons as it shimmers in the daylight up ahead. But with so few bridges in these parts, this crossing is an obvious spot for enemy scouts and traps. A journey of this importance leaves only 2 options. Tucking the ears and trying to blend in is risky but efficient. A boat at dusk carries less chance of discovery, but requires business with the Molnar, a trading syndicate with their own set of drawbacks. So Emily has 2 choices. She can either tuck in her ears and walk like a commoner. That will give her 2 progress points going towards Mulmesh and also get her a training point. Or she can hire the Molnar. That will get her 1 progress point and get her a trove loot. Emily, what would you like to do?
Tuck in my ears and walk like a commoner.
Okay, so she chose the first option, tuck in her ears and walk like a commoner. That means she's going to roll a d6, which she has in her hand. If she rolls a 1 or a 2, she will be spotted, and we'll have to shuffle a Tyrant encounter into our deck. Actually, it's in the deck already. We're just going to have to bring it to the top. If she rolls anything higher than a 2, she will not be spotted and get across the river without event.
You got a 6.
You got a 6. Awesome. So we were not seen. So what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 progress points. So go ahead and move us 2 progress points up the track. And we're going to get a training point, and we're also going to advance the day. Day 3 was a very quick one. So you can move us up to day 4.
Day 4.
And then tell us what you want to do with your training point.
Day 4 is a very special day for us. We may be fighting the Tyrant the next day.
Not yet. How many spots away are we? We still need 2 progress points before we can fight Mulmesh. Okay, so now what are you going to use your training point for?
I need to use my training for 1 more health.
For 1 more health. So how much health are you going to have now? I don't know. So you should have 7 health now, right? So count your chips. All right, 7 health. Awesome. All right, so here we go on to day 4. You ready for day 4, hon?
Yeah.
Day 4, our encounter says, trust your gut. Rarely do I second guess my gut, but today might be the day. An inevitable battle awaits me up ahead, but there are 2 distinctively different camps blocking the way. The first appears to be filled with swarms of underlings and new recruits. The second camp, though less populous, only contains burly and battle-tested foes. While I enjoy hacking and slashing my way through countless ebon as much as the next gearlock, at some point I will run out of steam. My gut says to second guess my gut, but my gut is also very hungry, and now my head hurts. All right, so Emily has 2 choices. Both of these choices will result in a battle. So her first choice is I'm a sucker for a good old hack and slash. Her battle queue will be made up of only 1-point baddies, and on day 4, it would have been only 1-point baddies anyway. But for the first 3 rounds of the battle, any baddies that she defeats are going to be added to the bottom of the battle queue. Her second choice is I've got speed time for some kiting. She would have to battle 2 5-point melee battles, but for this battle only, after she attacks, she may move up to 3 positions on the battle mat away from or wherever she wants to go, ignoring dexterity. So Emily, which choice do you want to do?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, so she's going to pull out 2 5-point baddies. And her first 5-point baddie is...
Wait.
It is a dire wolf. And you can see the dire wolf has 6 health. It's going to be a 4 on the initiative meter. It's going to roll 4 attack dice against her when it attacks. It also has something called lashback 2, and that means if she is adjacent when she attacks this dire wolf, it will lash back and hit her for 2 also. All right, so that's her first one. Her second 5-point baddie is an owl bear. This owl bear also has 6 health. It has a 4 on the initiative meter. It's also going to roll 4 attack dice against her. So she's got a rough road ahead of her. It also has Inspire. Inspire just means the next baddie on the initiative meter takes their turn immediately after this one and is granted an additional attack die. And it also has Terrify. Terrify says after this unit is attacked, place a Terrify effect dice on the attacking unit, which would be Emily, until the end of its next turn. If a unit has the Terrify attack die on it at the start of its turn, it may not attack this baddie. All right, so there's Emily's 2 5-point baddies that she will be facing. She's going to set them up with some health. All right, there's the first one on the mat, and that is our dire wolf.
She is a 4. It's 4. She goes like here. He is a... He's a 4 also.
They're both a 4 on the initiative meter. Awesome.
So which one do I put under?
When you have 2 baddies that are the same initiative, you put them in order and they're on the lane. So the dire wolf would be first because he's in the first lane, and the owl bear would be second because he's in the second lane. And now Emily will roll to see what she's going to be. Where do you fit in, hun? Uh-oh, what'd you get?
3.
A 3, so Emily will be going last. All right, honey, where are you going to put yourself on the mat? All right, Emily, so you're going to place yourself where?
On the ranged.
Ranged. That's a good idea because they get to go first, so let them come to you, right?
But I have no...
But it's okay because they go first, right? So they're going to have to walk to you. So you don't have to move. Okay? And on each baddie's turn, they're allowed to make 2 movements to try to reach you. So who goes first?
Me.
You're first? No. I thought you said you rolled a 3 initiative. So who's first?
The Mommy Wolf.
All right, so Mommy Wolf's going to move 2 spaces to try to get you. Can she reach you? 1, 2. Can she reach you?
Nope.
No, so she does not attack. All right, who's up next?
Owl bear.
Can the owl bear reach you? 2 spaces. 1 and 2. Yes, the owl bear can reach you. All right, so what's the owl bear going to hit you with? 4 attack dice.
He attacks me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Wow. Things are not looking good for Emily at all. Okay, now, Emily does have the ability at the end because of this card, but after she attacks, she can run away 3 spots. So don't forget that, Emmy, all right? So what are you going to do now?
Attack the big owl bear guy. I'm gonna have 1 attack. I'm gonna use my 2 attack. No defense this round.
2 attack, or are you going to use your long blade? Remember, you also picked up Nugget's dagger, right? What does Nugget's dagger do that you like so much?
Bleeding.
Bleeds. Right?
You get the
And don't forget, you also have your lucky, right? So if you do not roll any bones, you can get a health back. You got a bones? What'd you get?
I got 1 defense.
Okay. No, bleed gets exhausted. You cannot use that again.
The owlbear gets to bleed. And I attack him for 2.
So you hit him for 3 total because that bleed actually has a 1 on it. So you hit him for 1 right now. And then you hit him for 2 with your regular one, right?
Hit him for 2 with my regular one.
And then he will get a bleed die on him, which means that at the beginning of each of his turn, he will lose 1 health. So go ahead and give him a bleed die. Emily will also get a Terrify because she attacked the owlbear, and the owlbear has Terrify, which means this is what the Terrify die looks like. Which means she will not be able to attack the owlbear again. So go ahead and put your owlbear down.
Ever?
No, just after this turn. So did you take all the health away from the owlbear?
Mm-hmm.
The owlbear should have 3 health left.
It does.
Good job. So
I can't attack the owlbear ever again for this
No, just
round.
this round, right. All right. All right, so Emily has moved 3 spaces and is now in the far corner. So now we're going to round 2, right? All right, round 2. Who's up first? Direwolf, right? So Direwolf's going to move 2 spaces. Try to hit you. Uh-oh. 2 spaces. He moves 1 more.
Whichever way.
Whichever way you want.
His head fell off.
Oh no. All right, so now what is the Direwolf going to do? Roll.
Used to do it this way because it's easier.
Okay, move it whatever way you want, hon.
Roll. I am going to roll my...
No. It rolls against you, honey. What is it rolling against you?
It is rolling this plus this. And plus this and this.
Mm-hmm. Things don't look good for Emily right now. Oh, wait a minute, honey. Did you roll bones on your turn before?
Mm-mm.
You should have gotten a health back. I don't know how much that's going to help you, but
Yeah, pretty much dead.
you're dead. Okay, so that's a good thing for them to see on the video here. You have lost an encounter, right?
Yeah.
So when she loses the encounter ends. She does not get any of the progress points or the loot points or anything like that. So we just clear the mat. Emily has to rest and recover, which is pretty much what she does anyway in between her turns. And we move on to day 5. Okay, so why don't you clear up the mat while I read about day 5, okay? Day 5, between a rock and a hard place. Scaling down this rock cliff feels oddly different from the last shale I traversed. It exudes a strange warmth. Must just be the altitude. After all, I've been descending all morning. Thankfully, solid footing is not far away. I briefly pause on a ledge to survey the valley and relocate the raiders I have been tracking. A quick glance back at the rock behind me reveals the rock looking back at me. Giant pieces of earth break free from the cliff's surface, and suddenly, hollow, burning eyes are staring into my soul. Towering above me is an angry monstrosity, a golden golem. Emily has 2 choices. All right.
A golden goblin.
Golem, yeah. Oh, she fainted, guys. All right, so we have 2 choices, honey. Make sure you only have 7 health there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, and you moved the day counter up to day 5, right, hon?
Yep.
All right. So her choices are 1, fight it now. Her battle cue will be a 5-point golem. Or she can lead it to the raiders. And this one is a kind of a cool thing. She'll get an extra training point and a trove loot if she wins. This one, she makes the battle cue will be baddie points, which is what, 5 now, honey? You're on day 5? So it would be 1 5-point baddie. Then she searches the 20-point baddie for a golden golem. During battle setup, instead of your gear lock, she uses the golden golem to fight the baddies. So she's controlling the golden golem, fighting the other 5-point baddie. While controlling the golem, she has use of its skills, attack, and defense dice, and those are optional, so she can choose not to roll his defense die. and allow the Golden Golem to take hits. Because at the end of round 3, the Gearlock joins the battle, and the remaining baddies, including the Golem, now attack the Gearlock.
But if the Golem is killed, he doesn't attack. What? If the Golem's killed, but he doesn't attack.
Right, but you can't have the Golem. The Golem has to be killed after you join the fray, right? Because if he dies before then, that's you. So she's got a choice. She can either do that second choice, which gets her an extra training point and a trove loot, or she can do the first one where she only battles a 5-point Golem. What do you want to do?
5-point Golem.
You want to do the first choice? Okay, so she's going to look through the 5-point stack and look for a Golem.
Nope. 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 And I saw this one before. There was only like literally one Golem in the stack.
All right, so now I'm going to shuffle up the rest while Emily sets him up. Let me show him to you guys.
We have a stone Golem.
We do have a stone Golem, guys. So she's going to fight a stone Golem. The stone Golem has 7 health points, 3 initiative. He rolls 3 dice against her, 3 attack dice and 2 defense dice. He has something called break. Break means any attack dice rolled against this stone Golem will become exhausted. So as Emily rolls attack dice against them, she will lose these dice. He will effectively break them. Okay? And so that's that one. And then he also has corrosive. Corrosive, he earns if he gets any bones, if he rolls any bones, and corrosive will basically take away all of Emily's remaining defense. So after he attacks her, all her defense die will be exhausted also. Sorry, will be exhausted also. So she's got another big fight up against her. All right, Emmy?
I've never fought him. Have I?
I think we have fought him together.
Once.
7 health is quite a bit.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. He's got a bunch. He's blue. He's a 3. He stands right here.
Okay. Where are you gonna go? Now remember, he's got to walk, and he's got to walk to you to attack you, right? If you're not next to him.
I'm going off into the far corner.
Okay. You gonna roll your die to see where you start? Oh, you're ahead of him, so now you have to walk to hit him. Did you get the same number as him or a different number? Why don't you let him go first so he can walk to you? All right, so he goes first. So he is going to spend his 2, he's going to be able to walk for 2. So why don't you walk 2, hon?
Me?
Him. Why don't you walk him to 2 spaces to you? That's nice. Oops.
His head fell off.
Oh my gosh, you keep knocking these guys around. All right, there you go. So now he wasted his turn walking to Emily. Now it's Emily's turn. Spend a dexterity to walk to him, right? So that leaves you with how many?
I'm gonna take my dag.
That's a good strategy. Emily's gonna try to bleed him.
I bled him for 1.
You got a 1 bleed?
So I basically attacked him for 2.
All right, you have your bleed die. Once again, that's this die. She'll place it on top of him to remind her that he's going to bleed at the start of every turn.
His.
And so now you used your sword though, so now it's broken because of his break. So you have to exhaust your sword, hon.
I did?
Your sword. Not your dagger, your sword. Yeah.
Can I keep my dagger?
Nope, both of them get exhausted. All right, so now we go to round 2. Oh, she fainted again. Now we go to round 2, and it's the Golem's turn first. What is that Golem going to do to you, hun? First thing he's going to do is he's going to...
Attack!
Nope, what is he going to do first?
Bleed.
He's going to bleed, right? All right, so that knocks him down to how many health left, honey? 4?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
He's down to 4 health. Not bad.
Wait, I didn't roll any bones last turn.
You weren't missing any health, were you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so now you might be missing some health because he's about to roll how many dice against you? 3 attack dice, and is he rolling anything else?
He's basically rolling 5 dice.
And 2 defense dice. That's a whole lot of dice.
He hit me for 3.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna die.
I think you're gonna be fine. Already hit you for 3, right?
And his roll of defense was...
Oh boy, you got some defense dice. No, don't stack them on top. Stack them next to. You got a whole lot going on with him right now, huh?
And...
How many defense shields does he have up there, hon?
I fainted again.
Oh, she fainted again. How many defense dice does he have there?
He has a 1 and a 2.
That's 3 defense. Okay.
Oh, a 1 and a 1.
A 1 and a 1. Okay. So what are you going to do? You have choices. You can try to run away from him, make him chase you, and then he can bleed all over the place and just hope that takes him out. Because bleeding, when Emily makes him bleed, that is true damage. So his shield cannot... the shield cannot block it, right? So what do you want to do? It's your turn.
Use my turn for my 3 dexterity. I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3. Now it's his turn.
Now it's his turn.
Now he's gonna move.
You wait to see you do first. And did you change the round to round 3?
Nope.
Round 3. And first things first, what does he do?
Bleed.
No? Yeah, he bleeds.
He bleeds the start of every turn.
And then he moves to chase you. Okay. Now it's your turn. What are you going to do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now it's a new round. What round is it now?
4. No. Now his turn.
He's going to do what?
Move 2.
What does he do first?
Bleed.
Why do you keep forgetting that?
That's the best part.
I know, and you keep forgetting it. He was in the corner. There you go.
He bleeded again. And 1, 2.
Okay. Now it's your turn. All right, what's the next round?
His turn.
Change the round, though.
I about to get rough. The next one's bleed round.
What does he do first? It's his turn. I think you forgot something. Mm-hmm.
No. He's biting his lip there.
And you can move 2. Your turn. All right, now wait. Now we're into round 6. Now here's something special about round 6. Can you show me? Can we show them the die, hon? Show them the 6. There is no R6 like the other ones. There is this blood droplet, which you can see, which means that exhaustion has set in. This battle has gone on for so long. Everybody's so exhausted. So at the start of the round, everybody loses 1 health.
Which he dies.
Which will kill off our Golem friend.
Not our friend.
Not our friend. All right, so Emily survived the encounter with the big bad Golem. And for doing so, she gets 1 progress point. So she gets 1 spot closer to Mulmesh. So Emily moves 1 spot closer to Mulmesh on the mat. She's 1 spot away. She gets 1 training point and 1 loot, but remember, because she is Nugget, her ability is she gets to pull 2 loot and choose which one she wants, okay? So the first loot Emmy pulls is utility parts. On your turn, unexhaust any 1 die. She could have used that this last fight. And she could also choose Rusty Optics, which you see has 2 uses, and it says at the end of a round, gain 3 initiative spots. So which one do you want to keep, love?
Well, I'm going to look at that.
Okay.
What did they do again?
One of them lets you move up 3 spots on the initiative meter twice. That's the optics. And the other one lets you unexhaust a die that was exhausted. Like when you just used your bleed die, you could have used that card to get it back.
An unexhausted die that's
All right.
like I could use my bleed die to bleed 2 people.
Exactly. All right, and you also get a training point. What would you like your training point to be?
One more health.
All right, Emmy's going.
Did I just take it up?
You should be up to 8 now. So you should have a 4 on your die. You should have 8 health chips. Emily is now up to 8 health, and she's going into day 6. We're going to end this video here, and join us next time when we go into day 6.
Bye.